When you see the images coming out of this conflict, the dead families in Israel, the dead families in Gaza, it's hard not to lose faith in humanity. It's hard not to just be enraged and filled with hate and resentment. And yet what has astonished me, and in many ways inspired me over the past nearly 2 weeks, has been the reactions, the statements of so many Israelis who lost family members to the Hamas attack or whose family members are being held hostage right now. Just listen to Noy Katzman, whose brother Chaim was killed on October the 7th, speaking to CNN.
I don't want anything to happen to people in Gaza like it happens to my brother, and I'm sure he wouldn't have any either. So that's my call to my government: stop killing innocent people, and that's not the way that brings us peace and security to people in Israel.
Listen to Maoz Inon, whose elderly parents, Bila and Yakovi Inon, were murdered by Hamas, speaking to the BBC.
Elena, I must tell you that I'm not crying for my parents. I'm crying for those who are going to lose their life in this war. We must stop the war. The war is not the answer.
Listen to Yaakov Argamani, whose daughter Noah was taken hostage by Hamas, speaking to Middle East Eye.
בראש ובראשונה שפה נתאחד, נהיה מקשה אחת, ויחד נחשוב על הדברים שבאמת הכי טובים לנו וגם כלפיהם. גם הם סובלים, גם הם חוטפים מכות. די לעצור את כל ההרג הזה בינינו לבינם, כדי שיהיה פעם אחת ולתמיד שלום אמיתי בין שני העמים האלה. אמן.
Perhaps most hauntingly and most powerfully, Yonatan Zaygin, whose mother, the veteran peace activist Vivian Silva, is believed to have been taken hostage by Hamas, said this on the UK's Channel 4 News.
You can't cure killed babies with more dead babies. We need peace. Pain is pain. And I talk with people from the kibbutz and we cry together. You can't mend that. But the only way to have safety and to live good lives is with peace. Vengeance isn't a strategy.
Vengeance isn't a strategy. He's right. He's 100% correct. And look, I'll be honest, I don't think I could be so generous, so magnanimous, so supportive of peace and justice if my mother was being held hostage or if my father had been murdered. But I am in awe of those people, both Israeli and Palestinian, who can be. As the Israeli activist Ami Dar wrote online, it's striking how many family members of Israelis who were murdered or kidnapped are asking the government not to use their grief to kill more people. It seems to me that if in the worst days of their lives they can keep their humanity, the rest of us can follow their example. And I would add, not just can follow their example, but we must follow their example. Joining me now, Maoz Inon, an Israeli peace activist. His parents were killed by Hamas inside of a farming collective just outside of Gaza. Maoz, thank you so much for being here. We are so sorry for your loss, so sorry for what you've had to go through. Please do talk a little about your parents, Bila and Yakovi. Who were they? What were they like? And what do we know happened to them on the 7th of October?
Thank you for having me here, Mehdi, and thank you for your message and support in peace and hope. And this is exactly how I was raised by my loving parents, Bila and Yakobi. I'm a member of, we are 5 brothers and sisters. I was born in Kibbutz Niram, just off the Gaza border. And when I was 14, we moved to Moshav Netiv HaSara. It's just on the northern border of the Gaza Strip. My mother was an artist for all her life. And in the last 12 years, she was very talented, skillful, and mandala painter. She painted mandala, and she believed that mandala painting will bring peace and hope and reconciliation for the land and for the people living here. and she was a teacher, a mandala teacher, teaching from youth to elderly, and she refused to take money for the lessons. She said, for me, mandala is a way of life, is a way to bring peace, and I'm not going to charge money for bringing peace to the world. And a mandala painting are just amazing and inspiring. And my father was an agronomist, known in the entire Israel and even beyond. He was I'm being modest by saying he was admired by all. He was the chairman of the community 2 or 3 times in a row. They both were pillars of the community.
And what happened to them, Maoz?
Early morning, Saturday morning, Hamas terrorists launched a missile from 50 meters directly to their house, and they were burned alive inside.
I'm so sorry for what you and your family have had to endure, and I'm so sorry for your loss. Maoz, I have to ask, what do you say to your fellow Israelis who say we must respond to these kind of attacks from Hamas that kill Israeli civilians like your parents with strength, with force? This is the worst attack on Israel in the country's history. We have to hit back hard. What do you say to them?
I say to them, war is not the answer. War was never the answer, and war will never be the answer. We must end this cycle of death, the cycle of blood. And me and my family, we are seeking no revenge. We are seeking no revenge. We are seeking peace, and we are seeking equality. And I'm not saying it in words, I'm crying it. I'm crying nonstop. And Mehdi, I'm crying for you and to you. And I'm crying to all those that are watching. If they are normal people like myself who have millions of followers, and I beg you, Mehdi, cry with me. Cry with me. And our tears will heal the wounds from both sides. Our tears will wash the blood from the ground. And then on the pure land of the Holy Land, we'll be able to see the path to peace, the path that will take us to a place where we can live together among each other, Israelis and Palestinians. I don't believe, I don't wish, I know it's possible. I know for certainty that peace is reachable, and I'm just beg you to cry with me, and to wash all the blood, and all the catastrophe that is happening, and support and give us support for people that are seeking peace in both sides, Israelis and Palestinians.
Maoz, your words are heartbreaking. They are inspiring. I have to ask, if my parents were killed, God forbid, I don't know if I could be as tolerant or as generous as you're being right now. I would want vengeance. What drives you towards peace, towards non-violence, even in a time like this when you have personally lost so much from this conflict? What keeps you going?
This is the legacy of my parents. My parents always taught us to be compassionate, to reconcile, and always to believe that the future is going to be better, to hope for better times. And I'm sure that if my father was here instead of me, he would do the same. He would give the same message, the same speak as I'm, and with the same words and with the same tears that I'm having now.
Maoz Inon, we will have to leave it there. May the memory of your parents, Bila and Yakovi, be a blessing for us all. We are so sorry for your loss, and I thank you for your words.